Hello and welcome to the Sports Center YouTube channel. Me and Carl are here today to discuss Barcelona, their rumoured transfer targets for this summer, and potentially what could be a devastating forward line for them. Carl, how are we doing?
Yeah, good mate. It's a bizarre one for me. Is this very bizarre because it's like they've been in turmoil, and then it looks like in the next, if not this year, next couple of years, they could be right back where they were.
It's a mad one. I mean, I was doing a bit of research before we came on and started recording this video, and just some of the debts is absolutely staggering. I've read reports potentially that they're nearly 3 billion, not 3 million, £3 billion in debt. Apparently they owe a billion in debt over things like players' wages from previous seasons gone by, and potentially 1.5 billion the financing for the development of the new camp. It's just crazy.
How the hell are they allowed to sign anybody? If they were in Premier League, they'd have no chance. There'd be points deductions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was reading further. So apparently last summer, I didn't know this, last summer, La Liga lowered their salary limit from 648 million euros to 270 million euros. And then apparently this was reduced yet again. I think it was halfway through the season due to basically they were using companies as levers, so basically like investments. So as
Yeah,
we all know, they were selling off assets of the club, they're selling off naming rights, they were
yeah.
selling off TV revenues, obviously naming rights to the stadium, shirt sponsors, and all this kind of stuff. It's just mental.
It is. I don't know how they're in even conversations with some of the players that. I mean, there's two noticeable players that they're in talks with. And how they're funding it, I'll never know.
Well, I read a statement from, I think, is it one of their kind of like sporting directors or something like that? I don't know.
Joan Laporta.
Yeah, basically saying that they're working to this one-to-one ratio now, which I can only assume means that it's one player in, one player out.
Does that also mean, like, for argument's sake, 50 million out, 50 million in?
I don't know because apparently, again, if reports are led to be true, there's still 130 million pound hole in their accounts that they need to fund from last season. So it's like how can they even be in the conversation with some of these players? So the players that are in question, I think the main, unless you've heard things I am, but it's Nico Williams and Danny Elma.
Daniel. Yeah. So Danny Elma, they're looking at like 50, 60 million out there for him.
I've seen 60. I've seen 60 being
Uh,
touted around.
and Nico Williams, I think his release clause is again 50, 60 million in it from Bilbao.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there'd be shrewd quality signings for him. Uh, um, and if they get them, which Barca seem to get what they want, they seem to have ways around it, way around these things, they'll probably get them. But it'll be devastating. Their front. I've got here 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 players up front.
And for Barca,
Yeah, that are all like pretty top quality.
well, like you say, so if they are working to this policy of one in, one out, you've got to think then who's potentially going to go out the door to fund these. So you've got the likes of Lewandowski, which I imagine. I think did he go on a free transfer there?
I think he did, but he's not going to bring any money.
No, but he'll free up potentially what 250, 300 grand a week off your wage bill.
Yeah,
Um,
João Felix will go. He'll bring
yeah,
in some money. He can bring in some money. I presume he'll bring in 50, 60, 70 million because he's only 24. It seems like he's been around forever.
it does, and it's a strange one really because I don't think he's ever reached the capabilities of which.
We were led to believe he had.
Yeah, I was gonna say which you should do, but I think more to do with like we were led to believe. Yeah,
Yeah. Rafinha, I think he could go.
I was just gonna say you were my next one on my list, Rafinha. I think he's gonna be one that's next out the door.
I'd take him, mate, in Newcastle. I think he'd probably have him at Liverpool as well, wouldn't you?
Not now, I don't think. No, I think that ship sailed. To be honest, I think. Um, again, South American players, they don't seem to want to. Once they've left the Premier League, they very rarely want to come back to the Premier League, do they?
That's true. That's true. They get used to that warm weather again, what they've been brought up with. They don't
Yeah,
want to come back to freezing cold.
yeah. Shit, UK weather.
Yeah. So on my notes here, I've got up front Lewandowski and Dani Elma. I know
Yeah,
Dani Elma's not exactly a striker, but he plays that sort of false nine,
the
which
false, yeah, the tenure, as we're all
yeah,
calling it now.
yeah. So then there's Lamine Yamal on right wing,
Yeah,
17-year-old. You've got Pedri and Gavi, 21 and 19. Potentially Nico Williams on left,
yeah,
22. 22. But Ferran Torres, he could be on the way out, I think. He's only 24.
yeah. It's
He
not a bad
seems to have been
show.
down forever. Then you've got Ansu Fati. He obviously, I think, same guy, did he go to Everton? Did he go to Bournemouth or somewhat? Brighton. Went to Brighton, didn't he, on
Right,
loan?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Um, we never really got a
I
look
don't
in, I
say
don't think.
didn't really pull up any trees, did he? There.
No. So, but he might be another one of these, one of these players that don't really, like João Felix never really lives up to his expectation.
Mm.
And then just a bit further back, you've got Gundogan and Frankie de Jong. And it's like,
Frankie de Jong's supposed to be on astronomical wages there, you know.
I think he's that on the highest wage.
Yeah, I'm not saying I know he's definitely up there, but apparently him and Ter Stegen, keeper,
Yeah,
supposed.
big, big man.
It seems as though there's a pattern developed that I think a lot of clubs are doing this now, aren't they? You know, a lot of clubs are going for these 21, 22-year-old players.
Well, if you look there, then I'll just run through the not names, but like their ages, like 17, 21, 24, 21, 19, 22, 24. Danny Olmo, 26 is like and then you've obviously got your old ones in Lewandowski, Gundogan, Frankie de Jong. All the rest of them are all, like you say, young, as in teens, early 20s, which, like you say, most teams are going for, and it's obviously the new way.
Well, do you think it's to do potentially with wages? Because as we all know, transfers at the moment, well, they only go one way, don't they? They never come down. Uh, players um, players' values just go up. But
Yeah,
if you're aiming for that market of, let's say, between 20 and 26-year-olds, maybe they haven't got the clout to demand those astronomical wages. You know, like the likes of your Lewandowski's, the likes of your Gundogan, who's basically they're potentially looking towards the back end of the career. They're looking for maybe the last big contract. You know, the last 3 to 4 year contract where they can earn the likes of 250, 350, and up there in those realms. Whereas like your 21, 22 year olds, they've only been around for, I don't know, 3 years at best. So therefore,
yeah, I agree.
you know, their signing value might still be quite high. You know, your 60, 70 millions, but your wages, which you know you're locking them in for the best part of 3 to 4 years, they might only be demanding, I don't know, 150, 170 these days.
Only sounds ridiculous,
I know
doesn't
it
it?
sounds ridiculous. I'm just thinking like, well, you know, your best players in the world these days who are not playing in Saudi, they're demanding, I don't know, 350 to 500 grand a week.
Yeah, ish. Yeah,
Well, you think like
we're like
I think De Bruyne, like Salah and De Bruyne, these are the players that I'm thinking of in the you know we know the Premier League better than La Liga, but they're pulling 350 a
320,
week. Yeah,
350.
320,
Yeah.
350, I think. So you've got to think like you like to Lewandowski over there, you like to Gundogan, they're going to be knocking around 300 grand mark, aren't they?
I would think so. You would think so. But it's like a lot of these players that they've got though are homegrown, aren't they? You
Mm.
know, they've got these potential superstars, world class players for nothing. You know, they've just come through their academy. You know, the likes of Ansu Fati, Gavi, Pedri, Yamal. You know, I don't know if Felix did or not. I don't think he
No, I
did.
think
Did he
he
not come
came from
through
Atletico, didn't
Athletic? Yeah.
he? Yeah, I think so.
Um, so, but if you think if these guys reach their potential that they're supposed to be, if they were to have their sell-on fees, you know, I mean, I don't know if you heard in the Euros, Lamine Yamal's got £1 billion buyout clause.
Yeah.
£1 billion.
Well, they're obviously just protecting. It's
I get it.
ridiculous, but it's savvy. They're obviously protecting their assets, aren't
Yeah, as long as well, obviously Yamal's agreed to it as well, hasn't he? So they were obviously all parties were happy. So fair enough. But if you really think about it, these guys have got some proper sell-on clauses. If they wanted to go out, if they wanted to sell them, they'd bring in some serious cash.
they? Oh,
You never
definitely.
know. But to reduce this so-called £3 billion debt, they might have to sell it for £1 billion.
Well, it's just mental. Like you say, we kind of come back to start of the video. How they're still allowed to just
Trade.
function, yeah, trade, function, whatever you want to call it. As I say, I was reading a few bits prior to this, and I read that a lot of clubs in the Spanish tiers, not even just in La Liga, were questioning. They seem to get, what's the word I'm looking for?
Preferential treatment.
That's exactly the one, Carl. Yeah, Barcelona seem to get professionals,
Not
and it's
only
almost
that, Madrid do as well. Madrid do as well. They're owned by Spanish royalty, aren't they? So they get what
yeah,
they want.
yeah, but obviously their books are looking a little bit more prettier than Barcelona's at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah,
And I think this is one of the main reasons why Barca are always pushing for this European Super League, isn't it?
yeah,
Because it's just a way of them clawing more revenue into the club.
yeah. Do you know what? The more and more this PSR shit in England diverting a little bit off Barca stuff. The more and more this PSR and is holding back Premier League spending, the more I'm leaning towards having this European Super League, joining Barca and Madrid and Juve.
Yeah, but I don't know. I get what you're saying, but you look on the other side of the coin and you think, well, they're only protecting the clubs, aren't they? Because if clubs just, I don't know, say if like Newcastle, they've got billions to spend, they go out and just buy 10 Mbappes. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it don't work out. You don't qualify for Champions. Like I was reading something that Barca miss out on like £50 million worth of revenue because they didn't qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup last season. Just stuff like that, which some of these teams they've been used to it year in, year out, just getting all these millions and millions of pounds, and when it doesn't happen, it's like shit, fuck, we can't sustain this anymore.
yeah. It is a bit of a gamble. I think Man United and Chelsea have been very similar as well.
Mm. Well, yeah, I think Chelsea under investigation for it.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. I feel as though they need to be.
Yeah, there's definitely some dodgy pieces. Well, they've stopped all these long contracts now, aren't they? As soon as Chelsea found a little loophole there, and they put a stop to that pretty sharpish.
Yeah, needed to.
Definitely. Well, let's see. We'll keep an eye on this Barca stuff. But yeah, I mean, if they do get some of the signings, I mean, I'm a big fan of both of them, Danny Almo, and another name just before we go as well, Bernardo Silva. They're always linked with Bernardo Silva,
They are.
and
But where does he
again,
fit in? Where does he fit in? It's like the whole talk of Haaland going to Spain. It's like, well, where's he going? He's not going to Madrid. So you're not fitting in there.
no.
Is he going to Barca?
No idea. They've obviously still got the pull on. They're still a Galactico. They're still one of the giants of the footballing worlds. They've still got that
Yeah.
pull
Paul.
just by the name Barcelona.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be good to be fair if those two do go there because I'd love to see them in Premier League.
Yeah,
Nico
I would as
Williams
well.
and Danny Almo definitely. I think
Yeah,
they'd be
I agree.
great additions to the Premier League. But we shall see. Right, good chat, mate. Thanks. Cheers for watching, guys. Let us know in the comments where do you think the Danny Almo and in particular Nico Williams are going to end up this summer. Let us know in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. See you later.